Yep, that's engine oil. Ashton's out here helping me drain the oil out of it. I'm gonna get this thing up on some totes because my engine stand's full. And I welded a tubing bender to my other one, so we're gonna put this up on some totes with a metal tray under it. I'm gonna tear it down. Hopefully we'll figure out what's wrong with it today. There's quite a bit of metal in the oil there. Kind of hard to see in this, but it was pretty gray when it first started coming out, so it's not ideal. I was hoping the crank and stuff was gonna be okay, but I got another one just in case, but I only got one rod. So hopefully not more than one rod's messed up, and we'll be able to put this thing back together. Alright guys, got the motor out, set up on this table, tore apart, and you can see on the head here where the old number 4 piston had been slapping the piss out of it. That's what that clack 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 noise was, is the piston actually running into the head. When the bearing goes out, it gets a lot of extra room, so it allows the piston to go up too far, and it whacks the head and you get all that noise. See how it's shiny on that side? This side's shiny too. That's from whacking the cylinder head where it's shiny. So I did buy one replacement rod because I had a feeling this is what was wrong with it. And I bought a crankshaft, so I'll get this thing all tore apart, we'll clean it up. I'll stuff a new crank in it, new set of pistons and one new rod, and we'll call it good. Well, the rod bolts are bent. That's never a good sign. Kept getting loose and tight as I was unscrewing it, and that's probably why.
And now you the front and green inside.
I love you so much. I love you so much. You do so much.
See that? Wah, 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 wah. So that means it stretched the rod out, which kinked the bolts. Not good. Where's the bearing at? There is no bearing. Bearing's completely gone. It disappeared.
Jesus, babe.
Oh, there's some. Not very much. There's some. Oh, it's welded to it. Yeah, it's tore up pretty bad. Got color to it. Oh, the skirt's busted off the piston.
Oh, that's fucked.
No, that's really not that big of a deal. As long as the cylinder, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, the ring's still got tension. We're good. Huh. Yeah, I think this thing's fine. That rod's no good, but I got a new set of pistons anyways. Yeah. Hear that?
Yeah.
Fingernail catches it. The bearing wheel too. And there's all kinds of metal chunks stuck everywhere. Alright guys. Got all 4 of the pistons and rods out. See, these 3 are still good. Nice and oil colored. And then this one's blue, black, and really ugly. That's because it had the bearing stick and it was spinning inside the rod instead of the oil separating the rod from the crank. It ran out of oil or sucked air or whatever. It ran out of oil, the only way this happens. But anyways, bearing welds itself to the rod and then it spins around rubs the crank, kills everything. It rubs the inside of the rod, sticks to the crank, and wears this hole out so it gets more slack, and then you got to replace it. Crankshaft's toast too, so I'll get that jerked out of here. I got another one I need to polish up though because it's got some surface rust on it. And then I'll get this thing going back together. Got about a whole day of pressure washing and super cleaning parts because this thing's pretty greasy. Alright guys, so I got the bench cleaned off and I got the motor fully disassembled. Here's the old crank. This thing's just destroyed. It probably could be turned 10 or 20, but I bought a whole nother crank for like 50 bucks. And it just needs polish because it's got some surface rust. I got it in my car. I'm going to throw it in the lathe at work tomorrow and hit it with some emery cloth. Polish it up. So this is the old rod and piston. I was just going to change the rod because I bought a new one, but the skirt's broke. So I'm going to put one new rod and piston in it. And I put the new one together today. Have to heat up the end of the pin, or the end of the rod, so you can slide the pin in there. But it's good to go. So now I just need to hang the new rings on. I'm going to take the 3 old pistons, or they're in the bucket of super clean over here, because they're pretty greasy, just like this one. Anyways, take the 3 old pistons and rods, which are still in great shape. Skirts are still there on those, and this one new one. And I'm going to clean this up real good over the weekend, and hopefully put this thing back together on Monday or Tuesday. Maybe Saturday. I mean, I don't know. But I'm going to haul this crank out, put it in the garbage. It's kind of neat. This is a girdled engine. I didn't realize that. Has like an upper and lower oil pan. I know a lot of late model stuff's like that, but that's kind of cool to see. Early stuff. So, I'll see you when I'm cleaning parts next time probably. See you guys later. Alright guys, we're back. I got everything clean. Got the girdle clean, block clean. Got the new crank polished up. Took it to work, threw it in the little lathe. Hit it with some emery cloth. It's looking real good. New bearings in the block. Assembly lube. New bearings in the girdle. I need to assembly lube that, and then I will bolt that down. But I just wanted to remember to get a little clip while I was here. This thing is looking right. Feels nice. Nice even pattern on where the bearings are riding. Everything looks friggin' sweet. So hopefully this whole thing goes like that. We don't have thrust. There's a little bit, but that's totally fine. Looks great. Alright, see you in a little bit. Alright, got the girdle on there, got all the bolts in. Got them hit with my little impact. I'll torque them down now, but this thing's still spinning super nice. I think this is going to be a great engine. We still got almost no in play there. That's great. Gonna be a nice tight motor. Should be quiet. Should run good forever. That is until I put a turbocharger on it and blow it up immediately. But you know how that goes. Okay, I got the main bolts and these girdle bolts torqued. 55 foot-pounds on the crank. 22 foot-pounds on the girdle bolts. And oh yeah, this thing still spins super sweet. Alright, well I'm getting ready to put the oil pan on. The last time this thing's opened. Everything's good to go, torqued, sealed up, and ready. Getting there. Alright, getting closer. Got the head torqued down. New head bolts. MLS gasket. Probably see it poking out there. Got the cams back in. Got everything torqued down. Now I can do timing set. And valve cover. I'm going to get the valve cover on there so this thing's sealed up. So it can't get anything in it. Waiting on a rear main seal to come in the mail. Oh. Oh well, it'll be fine. It's just a little bit of silicone hanging out. I thought I wiped it off, but it'll be okay. Anywho, I'm waiting on a rear main seal. That should be here in the next couple days, and then I could put this thing back in the car. I just need to get the outside accessories put back on and the timing set. Then it can go back in. So hopefully in a couple days, be able to put it in the car. Also guys, this friggin' DeWalt ratchet that Alicia got me for Christmas rips. I love this thing. Oh. Got some juice. This thing's pretty long. I don't know what the foot-pounds are on it, but I can barely move it after it tightens up on battery power, so that's fantastic. Pretty stoked. Need to find this bracket. Waiting on the intake manifold gasket and the rear main seal coming from O'Reilly's, and then I'll get this thing stuck together and probably get it in the car. So that's pretty cool. Coming up quick. Got the valve cover in there and painting it. I had it on there, but I took it back off because I didn't paint it and it looked like poop compared to the rest of the motor. So anyways, that's where we're at, waiting on parts. Then we'll be going back together. Hey guys, so last night I got the motor and tranny all bolted together, got all the accessories bolted on that I could bolt on, everything behind the motor, intake, alternator, crank sensor, all that stuff on it. The clutch and flywheel, transmission, throwout bearing, all that stuff got put on. So I just pushed it underneath the car, and I'm about to pick it up with the cherry picker and start getting it bolted in. So we're going the right direction. This is going nice. Hopefully it stays that way. All right, everything's together in there. I should have cleaned this, but I don't want to clean it in the shop, make a big mess. So whatever, it'll be fine. New motor coming up. Well, damn, that went smooth. It's been about 20 minutes since I had the camera on. Motor is on the ground. All the motor mount bolts are in. Lower cross member, tranny mount. The rear mount, everything's bolted in. Now it's just hooking all the stuff back up, putting the parts back on. Dang. What do you think? Well, guys, it's in there and everything's bolted on. Wiring's all done. I can't figure out where that hose goes on top of the intake or throttle body there. I'm going to have to Google. And there's one plug-in on the other side that I can't figure out where it goes. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of Googling. But we're real close. I got the axles put back in the transmission, but I gotta put the spindles back up. And I gotta put the downpipe from the header to the exhaust. Anyways. Pretty sweet. Looks good in there. Turned out real nice. Looks like brand new stock, other than the engine bay is dirty. But I can clean that up with the motor in it. Alright, got the exhaust on. Got the front wheels on. I'm pretty sure it's not in gear. This doesn't have a load on it, but this thing sounds good. Nice and mellow. Well, there you guys have it. Took it for a rip around the field because I've had a couple beers. I don't drive it on the road, but I need to get the right battery in here. I stole it for the golf cart since it was parked. So get the right one in there, get the hood on there, get this thing cleaned up. And I bought the spray, so I'm gonna pull the headliner out and fix that because it's hanging down. That sucks. It totally fucked up my... It's all stuck up there. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.